Yo, what's up? So today we're gonna be working on the W124. Alright, so what we got here is a work in progress. Cars right here. And today we're gonna be changing the fuel injectors. By when I say change, I mean by rebuilding the injectors and removing them. This is gonna be a complete removal guide because nobody on the internet decided to show a dedicated guide how to remove the fuel rails besides the 500E board. So let's get to it. First, what you want to do is remove the return line, and at the back here, behind the fuel regulator, there is another pipe. This is the inlet, this is the outlet, and it goes to the fuel refrigerator. So we want to disconnect these lines. You want to make sure your car, you depressurize it, the fuel pressure, by pressing this nozzle here. So remove this cap and you depressurize it. You can see here we're missing a MAF sensor, so next video we'll be doing a MAF sensor install and repair guide. And the wiring harness is also updated, so you have to disconnect the wiring harness bolts here and here. And at the back you have to disconnect that bolt, remove the fuel regulator hose. And this should come as one piece coming up, so if anything happens I'll tell you what's going to happen next.
अभी इंशाल्लाह इसको रिमूव करेंगे.
Alright.
Not remove, इसको थोड़ा ऊपर करके
Alright.
remove the injector.
Okay, so what he's saying is exactly what I just said. We're going to remove these bolts slightly elevated, disconnect the clips on the individual sides here, and remove the electrical connectors here. Let me zoom in. You can see right here. We're going to remove that electrical clip, remove the mechanical holster, and take all of these injectors for pressurizing and testing today. There we go. Oh, 1 minute, let me show camera. There we go, that's the retaining clip. Here's the clip. Camera cannot focus right now. Oh, show the fuel injector. So this is how it should normally look. This was for cylinder number 8 and this was cylinder number 7. Full of carbon. That is not looking good, man. The complete calibration here with CNC. My god, they stroke engines here and they increase displacement. Okay, so this is the machine responsible for boring cylinders and sleeving them.
Yeah.
Okay, what is that machine? To make the crankshaft even.
The shaping the crank.
Damn, so they take these cranks, they put it on top of here. Let me show camera. And they CNC it all and even it out.
Yeah.
How do they know exactly kitna millimeters metal saaf karna hai andar se? Basically, I'm saying how much they know. Oh, and what is this for? This is lots of metal here.
See this heads.
Okay, so this is like doing like old school method where you take the block and you put against sandpaper, but instead you use a machine here. Wow. It's the very next day. Hair's looking musty because I had to comb it. Okay, so now we get into good stuff. I got the injectors completely rebuilt by a very good shop by Sammy, and I got other goodies too, which I'm going to show right now. Okay, so this is the fuel injectors that just got rebuilt, and it's looking really good. The other 4 are on this other side, and yep, we got a complete rebuild. So it turns out there's about 4 seals on per injector. So what we have here, oh, camera focus, okay, there. So we have this nozzle tip here, the plastic party looking. There are 2 tips, so one at the end, there's an o-ring in the between, and there's another seal at the back. Then we're looking in the other direction. We have the other side of the seal, which goes on the inlet side, and this is the outflow side. We have 2 pin connectors. What happened was that 4 of our injectors, half of the injectors were clogged out with carbon and all nasty stuff. So we completely got it done. And what we did was we completely pressurized tested it. We completely changed the inner cartridges. We changed the seals. Now these injectors are officially rebuilt. And they're outflowing all correctly. It's been pressurized test already. So 4 injectors in itself was not working. Half the bank of the injectors refused to work, which was so predictable, to be honest, because half of the cylinders sound like it was misfiring and half of the injectors were not working. We probably still have some ignition issues, but this is the first step to finding out what's exactly wrong with the W124. Also, I got some other goodies. I got these glue. It's not glue, this is grease. This is for window regulators. So I got 2 bottles for all types of electronics. This is the type of stuff you use in your window regulators for the rear ones and for the front ones, and the window antenna. And for the mono wiper, you use these. These are American grade super O lube for O-ring lubrication. This is as for intended purposes, but you can also use them in window regulators. These are American. So also what we got was dialect grease. This will help us making sure when we remove the boot next time or remove the spark plugs, it's not that tight inside. And there's a specific procedure how you apply this to, which will be in a later video where I do a how-to guide, put dialect grease inside the spark plug wires and around the threads of the spark plugs itself. So yes, we got all of these here. Now we're gonna go downstairs and install them with my boy Hamad. Alright, so now that we're back downstairs with Hamad bhai, what do you think, bro? What's the condition?
We'll check, no? Like same brand new.
Same brand new. So we changed the seals on top and
All
bottom.
sealed, just like
The-
filter.
And we're using this for the lubrication because you have to lube it before you put it on, just like everything you do before you do something. Okay, this is super lube O-ring adhesive. People usually use oil, like like engine oil and stuff, but this is the proper stuff to use. This stuff lasts for a very long time. He's coating it all around, and we're gonna place it back in the car now. Right now he's lubing up all the injectors before we put it back in, and the procedure is to put a little bit fuel in the car and then turn it on. Oh, speaking of, I might have to bring a guest here to get us to the gas station. Show us how you're putting it inside. So we have the retaining clip here.
You like oil.
Yeah, you
like
lubricate.
Grease. Okay.
Then you slide it on.
Yes, they have like clips.
Yes.
Punch.
And then the electrical connector. Do you have to pull it? Like there's like 2 metal clips, so you have to pull it and take it out.
All this injectors.
Damn, lube it up real good. Alright, so what we're doing now is we're putting the all the accessories and screws back on the return lines and inlets. Also, for people who don't know what this car has when it comes to inlet and outlet side for the fuel, is that this top line here is the outlet that goes to the refrigerator, and this inlet is at the back, which goes right over here. So we have to connect the fuel lines, the fuel regulator back on, and connect the brake booster lines and the vacuum line that's sticking up like that. Hamad bhai have all the fun. Okay, I think it's already tightened. Never mind, you got it before I did. We put the inlet side back on, now he's putting the outlet. Alright, so me and Hamad bhai are now gonna go to the gas station and get some fuel for the car. And then we're gonna try turning it on. 95 octane. Put some fuel here, and we just filled up the tank. So now we're gonna close everything up and we'll connect the battery and give the car a first crank run start. I have an idea. Why don't we put the map sensor back on and we cover the box? Why don't we try to bring the map sensor right now, put it on, and put the air cleaner on, because there's like a mesh screen at the back too. I'll show you. Okay, so the guys, we're cooking some idea.
I check the smoke though.
No more smoke in the back.
Congratulations, bro. But that's a huge step up.
Yo, it's running, it's running. Shit.
It's smooth.
This is how it sounds like. It sounded like this when it was completely okay. It was quiet as a mouse.
Now we're gonna drive like crazy on this car.
It worked. Yeah, I mean, car's running smooth. I will go tonight to downstairs with my dad and go for a drive, and then we're gonna do a full restoration now.